Hello, friends. We'll be starting in just a minute or two. Please find yourself a mat or a comfortable spot in your space. If you have a pillow or a bolster, that'll be a wonderful addition to your practice. A block could also be a handy tool for you today. And if you don't have any of those things, that's also totally fine. All right. Let's get started here. Welcome, everyone. My name is Amanda, Standing Woman with Breath.Dance. And this is your midday Thursday restorative yoga. Thank you for joining me. Let's begin today lying on our back. Go ahead and lie all the way down, relaxing the legs, the arms to the sides. And closing down the eyes, bring the left hand to the belly, the right hand to the heart. And as your back is connected fully with the earth, feel the rise and fall of the chest and the belly. As you breathe in a 3-part breath, expanding the ribs, filling the lower lungs, and expanding the belly. And continue here with this breath for a moment or two. Our music today is by my dear friend and teacher, Li Fang Huang. You can find her music online. This is the rainfall meditation. Connecting with your breath for 3 more rounds. Allow the hands to gently fall to the sides. Staying in your supine position. Inhale, reach your arms overhead. Feel a full body stretch from fingers to toes. Just reaching through left fingers and right. Left fingers and left toes. On your next breath, bend the elbows, cactusing arms. Bend the knees, bringing the soles of the feet to the edges of your mat. Let the knees fall together. Just allow the breath to release the low back and hips as the legs stay in an A-frame position. Arms can come down to the sides or stay cactus, depending on your shoulders. Connecting with your deep, full 3-part breath. Allowing the exhales to grow longer as we move through this practice. Open the knees here with feet at edges of the mat. Hands can come to a T or arms cactused. Inhale fills you up. Exhale, rotate both knees over to your right side. Bring the gaze over the left arm. Stay here, visualizing this twist, wringing you out, flushing out any toxins, any frustration, any pent-up emotions. For more depth in this stretch, feel free to bring your right foot on top of the left knee and allow gravity to melt those legs down into the earth. The fluid breath moving and twisting and spiraling around the internal organs as this twist eliminates toxicity from our system. Allowing your breath to be deep and full, in a total state of surrender and allowance. On your next inhale, activate the core, bring the knees up through center. Fill up on an in-breath and exhale, rotate both knees over to the left. Gaze out over your right arm. For more depth in this posture, bring the left foot on top of right knee, allowing gravity to deepen the opening through this right hip flexor. Beautiful deep breaths here. That fluid breath traveling again around the spine and through the internal organs, cleansing, flushing out. Seeing that spiral of healing light moving through your being. Inhale, bring the knees through center and slowly flow through one more time to each side, releasing the low back. Wonderful. Draw the knees into the chest. Give yourself a little hug here, rolling side to side. Having release through the hips, through the low back. Exhale, bring the soles of the feet to the earth. I invite you to bring your block, your bolster, or you could have a blanket rolled up, kind of like a block. Any of these props are going to be handy. If you don't have any props, that's okay. We'll make modifications for you. I'll demonstrate this with all of the different props so you can see the different ways you can do this at home. We'll be going into bridge pose or Setu Bandha Sarvangasana supported. Now the main go-to for the block, I'll demonstrate this first. Ankles are under knees in alignment with hips, shoulders are on the floor. Press the feet into the earth as you lift. Block comes under the sacrum at whichever level feels supportive to you to allow for a nice inversion and a heart opening pose. And if you have your block, you can stay here for support. If a bolster is at your disposal, just slide it right under the sacrum and allow that to support you. It's not going to be as intense of an incline, but it will give some release to the heart. As you might imagine, with the blanket, we do the same thing. Lift the hips, bring it right under the sacrum, and allow the body to relax over your prop. We'll find breath here. Bring thumb and forefinger together for mindfulness, mental clarity. Allowing this waterfall of energy to move from the knees down over the body and out over the shoulders. Feel the fingers connected in mudra, connecting that mental line through the meridians. And feel your hips relax as they grow heavy on whatever is supporting you now. Connect with deep, full breath. Allowing this breath to rejuvenate and restore your bandwidth for the rest of your day. On an inhale, press into the feet as you lift the hips off of your support. Reach the hips high to the sky here. Set your support off to the side. Exhale, lower down one vertebrae at a time, kissing the tailbone to the earth, very last. Feel the grounding qualities of the earth as her electromagnetic frequency connects with your spine, your heart. Feeling the pulsing of your life as it connects with hers. Option for support to cross right leg over left, drawing both knees into the chest for figure 4. You can stay here if this feels supportive and good to you. If you'd like a little deeper restorative opening through the hip flexor, I invite you to roll up, come through your tabletop, drawing right knee to right wrist, extend left leg out behind. Your block will be present here, or your bolster or your blanket. Any of these three will work. Options for support are to bring the block underneath the hip right here to keep the hips level. Another great option here is to bring your bolster all the way across under the hips, which will keep everything nice and level without any concern. Bring the hands to the floor as you lift your heart, extend and lengthen on your in-breath. On your out-breath, hinge at the hips, lead with the heart. More props can come into play here, bringing your block to the forearms, bringing the earth closer to you. If this feels good, stay here. For more depth in this pose, more opening, bring the forehead to the block or to stacked fists, or maybe even to the earth. In this space, connecting your breath deep, long, full belly breaths. Inviting that white breath, that white light of your breath to travel directly to the piriformis muscle. This area that holds tension, that supports our low back and hips. Breathing into that space where we often carry a lot of our stress. Connecting deeply with your breath. Imagining those cleansing breaths moving through the right hip and flushing it out. Releasing any tension, any stress, any tightness. Inhale, walk the hands in toward the body as the heart rises. Press into the hands as you step the right leg back. Move your prop out of the way. For those of you that are in a supine position, we'll switch to the other side, grounding the right foot to the earth, crossing left leg over the top. Reach for your hamstring as you draw both knees into the chest. Press left elbow into inner thigh. That'll open that hip flexor, that piriformis muscle. Keep your left foot flexed to support the knee joint. Stay there for support. For more depth in your pigeon or your figure 4 on the floor, we'll roll over onto hands and knees, extending right leg far behind. Left knee is up to the front of the mat. Left foot reaches over to the right. Using your block or your bolster to support your hips here. The blanket can also work rolled up on its side. And we'll inhale, lift through the heart. Left foot is flexed to protect the knee joint. Shine through the heart as your inhale lengthens the spine. As you exhale, hinge at the hips, coming down to forearms. Maybe forehead to your block or the earth, listening to your body. Wherever you are, let's connect with the breath. Slow, steady, full breaths. Inhaling compassion, understanding, restoration, and renewal. Exhaling tension and stress and worry, fear. Connect with those full, steady breaths. Creating space to hold the rest of your week. Inhale, walk the hands in toward the body. We rise, lift the heart, shine it forward. Exhale, press into the hands. Adjust yourself, moving your block or your bolster. I invite everybody to come around onto all fours in tabletop position. Inhale, lower the belly, lift the head and tail. Exhale, press the earth away as you draw navel in, rounding out through the back of the heart. Inhale, lower the belly, lift the head, opening the heart. Exhale, round it out. Inhale, step the right foot forward and then the left. Lengthening the legs, hinge the heart forward, forward fold. Inhale, half lift, long legs, long spine. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive. We rise all the way to the top of our mountain. And exhale, hands to heart center. I'm playing with 2 cameras today to see if I can get a better scene for you guys. And it's interesting. This is new tech for me. New opportunities for growth and learning. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, hands through heart center. Hinge at the hips. Lead with the heart. Forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees, plant the hands. We'll bring ourselves all the way down to hands and knees. Hands under shoulders, knees under hips. Let's begin some organic, fluid movement here. Beautiful. Connect with your breath and your body in a way that feels good to you. One more time, one more breath. Walk the hands to the front of the mat, curl toes under, lift the hips, downward facing dog. Pedal out one leg at a time. And exhale, gently bring the knees to the earth. Coming around to a supine position. We'll take your block or your bolster or your blanket and recline all the way down to the earth. Bring your block underneath the sacrum on its lowest level. Your blanket rolled to a nice level. And we'll inhale, draw both knees into the chest. Send the feet up to the sky. Imagine that there's something setting on your feet, so heels are reaching to the sky. You're pulling the toes towards you. Just allowing this inversion to release any pressure from the heart. Lowering the blood pressure. You can point and flex your toes here. Finding some relief for the legs and the feet. Big full belly breath here. Exhale, bend both knees as you bring the soles of the feet to the mat. Lift the sits bones. Remove your block, ground back into the earth, draw both knees into the chest. Rock side to side. If it feels good to you, you can roll forward and back, massaging the spine. Now as you're ready, come up to seated. Bring your cushion or your block or your blanket under the sits bones as you come into Sukhasana or easy pose. Cross the legs in a way that's comfortable for you. Coming to our seated position, feeling restored and refreshed and rejuvenated on this day. We'll close down the eyes, contemplating the breath. On the in-breath, drawing in compassion, presence, and understanding. And on your out breaths, releasing any judgment, criticism, comparison. And staying with these long and steady breaths. It is a beautiful day, warm and sunny. You find yourself walking through a beautiful forest. With each step you take, you feel the energy of the earth rising up through the soles of your feet. You feel the connection to the electromagnetic pulse of the earth. And as you breathe in, your nostrils fill with the scent of the forest, the foliage, the lichens, the mosses, the fungi. And you notice dappled sunlight making its way down through the canopy of the forest. And it looks like little beams of golden healing light. And as you walk ahead, you notice a path leading to a part of the forest that looks brighter than where you are now. And this light intrigues you, invites you. And you follow this light, you come to the edge of the forest, and there's a beautiful clearing before you. In that clearing in the center is a small hill. You walk over to the hill, immersing yourself in the sunlight, and you feel the grasses brushing up against the shins, and you smell the freedom of this space in the air. You walk over to the little hill lying down in the grass, feeling the earth beneath you, warm from the sun. And as you gaze up into the sky, white fluffy clouds dapple the blue sky, and the sun is shining bright above. And there's a light breeze that carries the clouds through the deep blue. And a cloud passes over the sun. The break in the cloud offers a radiant beam of light that shines down on you. And you know innately in your heart that this is no ordinary light, but that this is a light from the third heaven. Allow this light to enter your soul now. Allow this light to guide you through your next breaths and through the rest of your day. Take a deep breath and open your eyes. Open the arms wide with an inhale. And as you exhale, cross your arms, give yourself a great big hug because you are loved, you are worthy, you are precious. Thank you so much for joining me today. Every Thursday at the same time, drop in for some gentle, restorative breath dance yoga. For more full-length practices, follow us on Patreon. You can become a Patreon, a monthly member, and you'll have access to my Zoom classes and breath dance events and special inspirations for your day. Help us unlock our next level of interesting and beautiful content as we are building our archives of interviews with the elders of all nations. Thank you so much for being here today. My name is Amanda, Standing Woman We are Breath Dance. Blessings. We'll see you soon.